Street Fighter is a cool game. I mean Street Fighter 2. It is a game about fighting. I assume fighting here means blowing people's face off, giving them hits off your fist and beating them, and then winning. So I think you fight because you want to come out on top and not them. So you want to win. That's what I want to say. Here you are and you want to win. It's Street Fighter, so I assume street. Street means something. It means, I think, that the fight doesn't happen in some regulated environment like a tournament or something where you could have rules and regulations, some institution. Instead, it happens in the street, where no regulations are, where it's free. You can fight in freedom without any limits, so death is present somehow. This is a fight that is dependent on honor. You either kill the person or you respect them because of your honor. It's fighting that's based around a set of rules, but these are not institutionalized. In fact, one thing that sort of points towards that is that all fights happen all over the world. There isn't one entity declaring what these fights ought to be. There's a freedom, so the fights depend on the fighters. There's no one regulating them. Each fighter has their story and why they want to fight, so there's no one reason, there's no one goal, there's no one fight that is the same. They all have their own sort of feel. Each of them expresses themselves in their own way. So there is a sort of individuality too, a mix of all countries, all different forms of being yourself and of existing, all existing at the same time and fighting to express themselves and meet their goals among this world and its different stories and goals. Some of these characters have stories that connect to one another's, others don't. Okay, I read the manual and I see it is indeed a tournament. Or it isn't. It's hard to tell. But if it's a tournament, it's a World Warrior tournament, which is kind of an impossible thing. It would imply so much secret movement among players and knowledge of who has to fight who. It's like a secret thing that only the best warriors ever find out about, and seems to be connected to M. Bison somehow, since he's the last boss. So it's hard to tell what's happening. If I were to look at the game itself, a few themes maybe begin to emerge in this strange world tournament. It's a world warrior, so a struggle amongst fighters of every single country. Guile is a plane flyer and he gets lost in Thailand with his co-pilot. So he and another man, he's dressed in green. It's interesting how another character also gets lost in the jungle in a plane-related incident. It's a plane crash, and this plane carried Jimmy, who then is called Blanca, who is also green. There is a duality, just like Guile has two people in one plane, he and his co-pilot, who later becomes the greatest sadness in his life after the co-pilot dies. Blanca also has a sort of duality. The manual describes him as half man, half beast, so there is a duality. And also his mother refers to him as Jimmy, despite him being called Blanca, so there are two names too, and these two names are sort of a duality. You ride from country to country in an airplane too, so perhaps airplanes are an important symbol, like flying in the air. That suggests perhaps also why a lot of attacks of these players are sort of wind-oriented, hurricane attacks, so it's the wind, a wish of air flying all over the place. Air might be important too, perhaps elementally and as a force of nature. Forces of nature definitely being important since the manual highlights these, the fire, the wind, painted in the manual as a force that these characters sort of imbibe or represent. They fight as these special natures, fire, wind, explosiveness. They are, in a sense, half human, half nature.